I don't know. I don't know if I don't think it. Where are we at here? I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know. Can you guys see where I'm at? I can't see. See a silhouette of my hat. I think I'm in it. But as you can see, I'm out here in God's country, out here visiting Jesus. I told him that I was going to start enjoying life more, whatever I got left of it. So I'm out here, and it's quiet, and I love it. Got Princess with me, my daughter's dog. Figured I'd get on here and let you guys see where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'll get it, pick it up, kind of show you guys around. Let's see what it's. Give you guys an idea. Beautiful out here right now. No, it ain't green. Supposed to be in the 60s. Okay. Oh. What happened here? This phone's got buttons all the way around it. And I touch them and they just start doing things. We're back on this phone. I guess I'm live. Hell, I don't know. Get over that dog. Princess down there with me. You know how hard it is to fish with my pole when you got a dog with you that never been fishing. Worse than a child. Heard some fish jumping out here today. Go this way. Well, out here, man, no doubt. You can't beat it, man. Mask. No lying ass cops. Oh, Watachi Classic Jeep. Well, I really didn't have nothing to just sit here and watch a pole because I can't get two poles in it. Let's see if I can set this up here. I doggone it. This thing don't want to stay up. I ain't got no equipment, people. I'm working with $5 this, $6 that. I ain't got no video equipment. I don't have no all this phone, whatever this phone are doing. I can't even. I mean, I do everything one shot because I can't put videos together with this stupid thing. I ain't got time to mess with it. I don't know why it don't just come loaded on the phone. Because there's times where, like just a minute ago, I was going live, or I was doing a video, and I'm touching buttons on that damn phone because I'm handling it, and the thing shuts off on me. So I gotta, if that happens, I have to start completely over the whole video. That's how high tech I am, folks. Back it up here, Princess. Back up. Get on back. Back. You don't need to be over here. You're not making the video. Um, how you guys doing out there today? Really? I'm doing great. These guys thought taking me off of all my heart medicines and stuff, telling me I'm going to die. It's made me closer to God than I ever was. Really hoped you guys are going the same way. Pray for all of you, man. Pray for all of you. You guys could all put a little prayer in, see if you could get old Watachi to catch one of them big ones today. That'd be all right. I could handle that. If any of you feel like throwing a little prayer that way, I can use all the prayers I can get when I'm fishing. Kind of out here, kind of spooky. Sit behind this truck because anybody come walking up on me, but I don't go nowhere without a weapon. But that's why I don't. If I can get this dog, figure out what fishing's about, not to run off, I wouldn't have to have her on this cable. I had to bring a 25-foot cable with me. She ain't never seen a snake. She wouldn't know what to do with the damn snake, I don't think. She likes to run after animals, though. That's why I couldn't just let her out. Hell, she sees a squirrel or something, she's gone. Gone. Nice and quiet out here. Hopefully you guys are having as good a day as I am. Whether I catch anything, a bad day fishing is better than any day being in that city right now. I don't know, that video I did yesterday on where I went down to the PD, I got a lot of views, no comments. I just wonder if anybody else can go through and pick out the lies that man told me. Uh, because he did. He told me at least 3 lies. Then he claimed to have had COVID himself. Now, I don't know how anybody can make that claim. They still have not isolated in order to identify whatever's happened. But he claimed because some doctor told him he had COVID, that he had COVID. And that complaint form I got from him because of what the cop did the night before, it's getting filled out. We're going to turn it in. We're going to watch. These guys come back and say there was no wrongdoing, of course. There never is. They don't ever find wrongdoing on themselves, when you investigate yourself, you're not going to find any wrongdoing. So, but maybe, just maybe, there's somebody in that department that has a heart filled with the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ and will back me. But I'm not thinking that's going to happen. So I just continue my fight. I'll tell you what, man, people, I've heard people say that being a Christian is supposed to just be, I thought you was just supposed to be happy and everything be good, and because everything's There's no bad. People being a Christian's the hardest thing you'll ever do. The hardest thing you could ever be. It's too easy just to go along with Satan and say, oh, I like that. I'm gay. That's okay. Satan don't mind. It's okay, you know. The easy trail is going following Satan. That's the easiest trail you can take. You're not going to like the ending, but that's the easiest trail you can take. Me, it's a struggle every day. I fight every day because just for the fact that I'm a Christian. And people, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Christian's a word that was brought about as a put down, or like we call people today, snowflakes. Anybody that was following Christ, they would call them Christians. The actual name of it was called the Way. That's because Jesus said he was the what was it, the way, the light, or the way, the truth, and the light. That was it. And maybe not in that order, but the way, the truth, and the light. But the Way was the name of what they now have reworded to Christianity. And you know, people, in the Bible, Jesus said, if you divide my flock, you divide yourself from me. If you divide my flock, you divide yourself from me. So what do you think all these different denominations of Christianity has done? It's divided the flock, people. You're dividing the flock. If you divide yourself as the flock, you start dividing yourself. You divide yourself from Jesus, not to Jesus. That's why we're supposed to be united together, stand together as one, not evil majority rule crap. There is no majority rule, people. The rules are already put in place. You didn't get to make those. I didn't get to make them. Man didn't get to make them. The people you are following are the devil's herd, people. Just like this cop yesterday. If you ask him, he probably thinks he's a pretty righteous person. He may even go to church and may even believe in Jesus. But to stand there and tell me that, well, he feels one way, but he's got to do his job. If you got to do a job that you're doing and it don't click with the way you believe, what you believe in, you think that's godly? You think that's what God wants you to do? If I don't believe in somebody, you ain't going to get me to do it. And I don't care who's passing down the order. It don't make no difference. The Pope. I guess them Catholics must think that if the Pope doesn't say it's wrong, then it's not wrong. Because Pope came out, a day or two ago and said, oh, yes, it is a sin to be gay. By God, I'm pretty sure these Catholic churches have gay preachers, women preachers, and many, many people in their flock that have been told it doesn't matter, God loves you anyway, be gay, you're fine. They've been lied to, folks. This is part of Satan's deception. Satan's deception, it all is, from the moon landing all the way up to you know what. that happened last year. It's all a deception, Satan's deception. The people that are carrying this on, just like the police departments, it's I haven't heard of one person being arrested for not wearing a mask in Boardman. But that damn captain yesterday, in that video, if you heard him, he said they are charging people with that. And it could be, he said it's not what they're being arrested on. They might have been breaking in or stealing something from a store or something. And if they're not wearing a mask and staying sick, they charge them with what he called the pandemic rules. Now, that police chief and the sheriff of Mahoney County, Sheriff Green, both told me they weren't playing mask police yet. And then yesterday I find out they are playing mask police. And then the day before that, one of the Boardman cops threatened to arrest me for not wearing a mask, even with a medical exemption. The people, this stuff isn't slowing down. It isn't about to be over. They're just starting to step up. And all of it, from what the president has done, all the way down to the governors, all the way down to these corporations like your store owners and the people running these stores and their policies, the police and all of them. If they are filing any charges against anybody over this, what's happened in the last year, then they're violating Article 18, U.S. Code 241 and 242. And 241 is conspiracy to violate somebody's rights under the color of law, and 242 is the actual act of doing it. Which, if somebody dies in the process of this, they can get the death penalty themselves. If somebody if they violated these titles. And this entire country has, every governor that has had these mandates, every state that has allowed it, every city that's allowed it to happen, all these from the top down have all violated every citizen's rights in this country since this has started under Article 18, U.S. Code 241, 242. They're using the color of law to violate and take your rights away from you. Now, why did that law get put in place? Why did that Article 18 get put in place, folks? Think there was a reason behind it? Do you think you have the right at majority rule to rule that out? This majority rule you guys live by. Wait until it comes down and you finally realize that majority rule is not freedom, is not the right thing to do, is not a republic. It's not what God wanted. If God wanted majority to rule, he could have just gave Satan rule over us. Don't you guys realize that? It would have been that easy. That's what Satan wanted. He wanted to rule us, and God wouldn't let him. Now, this is Satan's world. This is God made this world, but Satan's here. And the only way you can have good is if you got evil. So you got to have both. And God made both. You're right. God made both. He made them all. In order to have good, you got to have evil. In order to have pretty, you got to have ugly. In order to have wet, you got to have dry. You got to have both to have either. So if you think this world's got good in it, then you got to have bad. You got to have evil. And people, these people you're listening to are the devil's herd. They may not even know they're a part of the devil's herd, but if they're preaching the lies, that makes them a part of the devil's herd. They're helping the devil and Satan to spread the lies and get you to do things you wouldn't normally do. Oh, it's nice out here, guys. I wish y'all was out here with me. I'd probably be telling you, keep it down. I'm trying to fish. I had restrung all 3 of these poles. I only got one in the water right now because I was having to deal with that dog at the same time. And there's so many trees right here. One of the pole I got back up in there. I got it, everything. I got all the hooks and everything on it. Got it ready to go. First cast, whipped it right up in that tree right there. Snapped. I had to cut the line. Couldn't get it out of the tree, so I just threw the pole back up in there. Hell with it. I got one in the water and I got one standing right there waiting to go in the water. But I'm gonna probably try some spinner bait or buzz bait or something here on it. I got worms down here either looking for a big old cat or a big old bass. I've caught both on these worms, so doesn't matter. It's going back whatever I catch, so I can come back and catch it again later. I don't need it right now to eat. It's the same place I taught my son how to fish. Last year, folks, he didn't ever really seem like he wanted to go fishing when I was younger. And he was younger. I took him a few times, him and his mom and his sister, but he really didn't really like it, I didn't think. So finally last year, I was like, man, I got all my poles shit. Let's go fishing. We sit right here. Now this boy, he'd been out of the damn Marines for 9-10 years now. But he was in the Marines. He was in the Iraq War. He's a disabled combat vet, and from the Iraq War. But he's down here, and we're getting bites, but nothing big. So I said, hell with it. If I ain't gonna catch nothing big, I'll put a smaller hook on there and at least catch something small, So that's what we did. We was catching these damn bluegills. Started catching these bluegills. And he caught his first bluegill, and he brings it up out, and he's holding it up. And I said, well, grab a hold of it and take the damn hook out of the mouth, And I wish I'd have had my damn camera, because he stands about 5'11", 6 foot tall. Pretty good sized boy. He scared death of that bluegill. He just knew that bluegill was going to get him. And he did, because he kept, every time that bluegill moved, he'd let go of him. Finally, he did stick him once or twice, but I was laughing my ass off. You guys should have been there. I did a little bit of a video of it, but by the time I got my phone out, all the funny stuff was over and done. You guys need to be praying for that big bass to strike my line right now. Let's do it. Everybody together. I don't even know if anybody's even watching. Is anybody even on there? Probably not. I can't see it. Prayer to put that big bass or big catfish on my pole. Get it done. Only need one. That makes it a successful day. Yeah, I did that. Went ahead and went live here, so I wouldn't have to worry about downloading the damn video later or nothing. Just go live, and if you guys see it now, or when it finally comes up later, you'll be able to come back and watch it later. I'll be sticking this one on both my channels. My backup channel, though, I am going to remove a lot of those videos that had to do with government stuff and get them off of there, because I want it to just be the off-roading, camping, when we go boating. I'm planning a trip to go boating again this year. And That's what it'll be about. It'll be about. Unless they take this channel down. And that could happen any day. From what I hear, they're going back through all the channel, all your videos, and if they find something, even though it wasn't a community guideline strike or anything like that when you made the video 2 years ago or 5 years ago, if it doesn't fit in the criteria today, they'll give you a strike, and if it's your third one, they'll take you down. So if they go back through my 200 some videos, they're going to find all kinds of stuff that they're not going to like. So it probably won't be around much longer. For you guys out there that asked me about my mom, my family still hasn't. I got an anonymous call that she had fallen and broke her shoulder. Other than that, my sister and her kids that are down there still have not even let me talk to my mom. Won't let me see her, and I'm sure they're not going to let. My sister won't let me see her again. I won't ever see my mom again because of my sister. That's her goal. Her whole goal is to hurt me as bad as she can, and I'm sure she'll see to it that I'll never see my mom again or speak to her. They won't even let me talk to her on the phone or nothing. I get calls every now and then. So I know she's alive. That's all I really know. And then she broke her shoulder here. She fell. They getting her out of the car and she broke her shoulder. Nothing I can do about it, though. I go down there. They've already got harassment charges filed against me. The damn sheriff's department done told me if they're going to put me in their jail if I stick around down there. And he's the one I tried to unseat in the last election. They used my videos against him and shit, and he don't like me. I don't care. His ass is going to jail as soon as they get the court cases done. He's already got 13 indictments against him. And they caught him with his hand in a cookie jar, so he's going to prison. His lawyers are just using, what happened last year as an excuse for the trials not to move forward. But I don't like to talk about it, but if anything changes, I'll let you people know. But that's why I don't talk about it in my videos. I try to keep it out of sight, out of mind, because I can let it drive me nuts, and then I'll be doing stuff I legally can't get away with. But enough about that. Now the people that have asked about my granddaughter. My granddaughter when she was born 6 weeks early. Man, she was born early, 6 months early. But the day she was born, my daughter-in-law, she had a pretty tough pregnancy, and man, she started bleeding, and they had to rush her to the hospital, and we were lucky both of them lived through it. While she was in the hospital, I went to the house to clean up the mess from all the bleeding. And it looked like somebody butchered somebody in that house with a butcher knife or something. It was bad. And I cleaned it all up so they wouldn't have to while she was in the hospital. But that little girl, she's had a lot of health problems. She had seizures for about a year, the whole first year. And they keep her on this medication that keeps her brain from developing. They've had her on it now for over a year, or it's been a year. And she hadn't had no seizures in the last year. She was having them when she first You know, her first year, she's gonna be 2 here in a couple months, and she hadn't had no seizures in over a year, but they've kept her on this medicine, and they told my daughter-in-law and my son, once the seizures stop, they'll never come back, and that's why they have her on this, and it's by God, it's hard on you. The medication they got on her on is hard on her. Getting down now, it's been a year that she hadn't had any seizures, so they had an appointment to see the doctor. And this doctor told my son and my daughter-in-law that baby's going to have to, he's going to keep that baby on that medication for another year. And that medication's burning her brain. She can say she's going to be 2 people. She can't walk, she can't crawl. It's not like she's paralyzed. She rolls around, she grabs toys and throw them. She can stand, but she can't walk. Her brain just can't function that way yet because of this medication. So she's still like she's 5-6 months old in her head, but her body's 2 years old. And like I said, she can learn, you know, like noises, like she does that a lot, or you know, stupid clicks or whatever. She can do these things and clap her hands, and she knows things that we're saying to her. But she just walking and crawling and talking just are the hardest things for her. And but she's there. She's got a sense of humor like you wouldn't believe. She's funny. She's gonna be all right if we can get her off the drugs. Well, folks, I believe this has been long enough. I've done my preaching. I've held my church for the day. Brought myself to tears. May God bless us all, folks. It's the only way out of this. Right out here is where he's at. He's not. It's hard for him to be in that town filled with people that don't even believe in him. Make no mistakes. God loves you, and so do I. Seriously. Pray for y'all. You guys have a good day out there. Till the next video. Till then. That ain't no help. I don't know how to shut this damn thing off.